Okay, I think we're good. Good. No, YouTube gave me an API error, which is just silly, silly YouTube. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boys and girls. How are we all doing today? Yes, it's that time. Finally, year one, as the year one class 2 corporation has made me very well aware of, I have been putting off the writing of. Excuse me, I'm trying to adjust my desk. Um, the writing of the story of Muses for a while, and that's partially because I I really have no idea what I'm actually doing. So remember we talked about this before, how Muses was technically a demon, right? And about as far as I've gotten on that topic. So we are going to essentially, you're going to see me try to come up with a character concept live on air. I hope that's exciting. If it's not, well, alternatives are not available, and therefore, you're kind of stuck with me. Okay, let's get started. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Let's get started. Okay, let's see. Um, demon. Not a yes. It's left the demonic world because of boredom. Did some things in the human world. Now streams. There we go. Okay, cool. Basic outline done, right? No. Did some, let's say did some studying in the human world. Fascinated by the so-called human condition. There we go. Fantastic. Just put that in italics. Fantastic. Great. Fascinated by the human condition. I do need to respond to this email if you will just all bear with me for 1 or 3 or 5 minutes. It should only be 1 minute, yeah. Anyway, okay, so I think I know why the Year One Class Two Corporation is actually sponsoring this. It's my face died again. Um, I like how it died in this particular position. That's very flattering. Thank you very much. Just reset that. To reset this. Come on, come on. Go. Okay, we're good. So I think I know why the U1 Class 2 Corporation sponsored this, and in part it's because we have quite a few aspirant writers. I hope. I wouldn't know why they would otherwise sponsor this, because this feels like it is a Year 1 Class 1 thing to want. Actually, no, Year 1 Class 1 probably wants to actually. Never mind. Oh god, no, please. Oh, you're 1+1. You're 1+1, please, no. Just relax. Relax. I swear to god, why does the U1 Class 1 Corporation sound so much like the Mommies Clique occasionally? Uh Year 1 class. Which, I mean, that probably explains why, to those who know what the Year 1 Class 1 Corporation is. Sounds awfully. Sounds no, too much like the Mom's Code. Yeah, yeah. uh, I don't know if the U1 Class 1 Corporation is paying attention to what's being said in in the broader community, but there are some very jealous progenitors there. And to be fair, you lot, it's more your fault, right? Like if you were better fathers, maybe they wouldn't act like this. I know. Anyway, uh, let's move on. So let's talk about muses, right? So obviously there should be a demonic birth creation. Let's not say birth creation. There should be a whole bunch of things in here. Left the demon world because of boredom. There should be a bunch of things here. There's some studying, fascinated by the human condition. There should be some things here, and now streams. Now streams to bring anguish. No, to charge his paying viewers to in return for providing them with anguish, pain, and suffering. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Now streams. Let me put it here. There you go. I'm not. No. Okay. So first of all, no, I should make this thing clear. To our boy whose name ends in VA. No. No. Am I clear? No. Anyway, okay. No, thank you. No, I'm genuinely I'm good, thanks. No. I have my own club. I don't need to consider other clubs, no. Especially not that kind. Anyway. Okay. So I mean it's only been 7 minutes and look, we've got the full outline already. So does that mean we can end? Oh, would someone from the year 1 class 2 call okay, no. Presumably the year 1 class 2 cooperation is still interested in actually seeing how this is done, right? So I've talked about this at length about how a story or an essay, whatever, grows out of bullet points. I should mention that. Blah, blah, blah. Let's say 8 minutes. How to write long form via bullet points, and presumably that's actually something the year 1 class 2 corporation is interested in. So let's do it. So essentially you've already seen me do the overall outline, right? And you can imagine that each one of these major points could be a chapter, they could be a book, they could be a scene, right? And they could be they wouldn't be a paragraph. If they were a paragraph, this would become a 5-paragraph essay, and that is fine. That is fine. Literally you would be like, oh, Muses was born on blah 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 or created, and when he was created he had some wings, blah, and then done. And that's fine. That's sort of how you would start with a 5-paragraph essay, right? Like, I mean, obviously you would only have 3 points, but you would still have introduction and conclusion and all of that. But when we're doing more long form writing, then each of these overarching points, you are essentially, what are you doing? You're essentially creating this outline, right? And as you go deeper and deeper into the outline, you're creating, you're making this piece of long form writing longer and longer, right? Like you're going into detail, right? So for example, if we're talking about demonic creation, we could say created as the let's say created out of thin air as one of the first as part of the first group of demons let's say, and so generally what you would like to do is you would like to then this sorry, taking a step back, there's something else that sometimes occasionally that people will talk about, which is sort of the snowflake method, which is that you write down a point, and then for each of those points you write 3 more points, and then you continue downwards in a top down tree like that, and you can see how that's basically exactly the same as this. And then there is something else that at all, but it essentially it does this. I mean, at the end of the day, everything is just a list, right? A list with tabs in it, and so really, what we're talking about is different ways of visualizing this. And I personally, I'm perfectly fine with just having an outliner like this, right? So let's say, I will put 3 points down here, and then I will do it for all of them, or I'll do it for some of them. And if inspiration strikes me, I could put, I could actually go ahead and that's not the right button. I could actually go ahead and do this, right? So let's say created out of thin air is part of the first group. Has, let's say, a nicely auspicious number, 23 siblings. Siblings who went on to form their own, shall we say, power bases in the demonic world. Muses decided he wasn't. What's okay? Decided it wasn't exciting enough. There we go. And so left the demonic world because of boredom, watching the constant infighting among his siblings and their descendants. Or the Muses decided to see what else was up in the universe. Well, actually, that's a good point. So, something else that was mentioned is that these don't have to be exactly the same length, right? Like, just because these are the top level points doesn't mean they have to have the same length to them. For example, you could imagine, the creation process, Genesis, might take up a chapter, but then you might have 2 or 3 chapters that talks about the siblings who are born, that talks about the power bases, that builds the world of the demons, right? And then one day you talk about some things that Muses did and decided that oh, this wasn't exciting enough, and therefore he's not or sorry, I, because of course that's me, I decided that it wasn't exciting enough, and like perhaps there was one particular experience with one of my bros who decided, that he wanted to invade one of our other bros' realms, and then they started fighting. But then instead of fighting, they decided to do a little like slapstick slap fight, because that's what they consider fighting. And then Muses was like, "These people are fucking idiots. What am I doing here with them?" Right? So. And then so decided to move on. So this is all for consideration for our year 1 class 2 students. Essentially, when you do it like this and you're just sort of in the moment and you're talking about the story and you're talking about what you want to write, and then little scenes like that come up, right? So let's put that in. One day witnessed another boring invasion by one bro versus another bro. Instead of an epic battle, they did a slap fight. They did a let's call it a Walmart slap fight, because obviously that makes a lot more sense. And so and that made Muses go, what the am I doing here with this lot? Oh, I should also mention, yes. The other siblings all had more descendants created, descendants created for them or with them. Muses was alone because obviously I am special, right? Come on, come on. Obviously I am special. And then we can go on to say, describe some of this. I can't spell. Describe some of the descendants, some of the siblings and their cultures, right? And then it goes down here, decide to see what else was up in the universe. Made his way out of the demonic world into the human space. Did some studying, let's say, just perfectly hypothetically, let's say hypothetically, he uses, I did, some neuroscience, we did some macroeconomics. Oh no, let's and engineering, neuroscience and math, and this is all hypothetical, like there is no oh, actually, let's remove, not remove, but let's do this. And then let's say Muses goes to university, observes, focuses on learning the knowledge, that the breadth of knowledge that was accumulated by humanity, and then we'll continue here. But as he was learning, he was also exposed to the human condition, HC, developed a fascination with understanding how humans are so dumb, decided to study them more in depth, and therefore now he streams, right? Streaming to a core group of viewers that he met through studying them. Let's put it that way. That's fantastic. Oh my god. I can't believe you said that there, because now all of them will know, and but I can't repeat it on air. So let's just say, this has nothing strictly to do with me, but like, let's just, can we take a moment to acknowledge the brave of our of one of our viewers, who I shall not even name, because you are brave. I hope it made you feel better by admitting that. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Let's. No, that is not an invitation for the rest of you to start admitting to your own depraved fetishes. Okay, please do not. Please do not. What time is it? 20 minutes? 19 minutes? Please do not admit to your depravity in our public discourse. It is silly. No. Yeah, no, we'll stick with that. I don't. One second. My boy just emailed me and was like, "Can I take it back?" No, no, you cannot. Everyone has seen it already. Like, you can delete the message, sure, but like, people already know, so it's fine. It's fine. J. Oh, J. Powell confiscating your dog. I guess we can talk about that. Before we continue, is the year one class two corporation? How do you feel about this, whatever this is? Should I go on? Do I need to go on, or do you want to hear about J. Powell and the dog? J. Paul. Okay. Okay. I mean, so no. Don't get me wrong. This is not the end of our story for Muses, right? Essentially, what we're going to continue doing, if you guys are going to continue to sponsor this, is we are just going to continue developing this document, right? Because look, we've gone from what, no lines to what is this, 27 lines in the span of 5-10 minutes. I mean, like, I know we're at 22 minutes. I know we're at 22 minutes. I just said that. We're at 22 minutes, but really, we had like, I spent half of that laughing, so I don't think that counts. And so, yeah, the idea isn't that, oh, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to just start writing a paragraph after paragraph, right? Like, if I have a compelling story I want to tell, or if there's a long form story that I'm being forced to tell because it's being sponsored by my viewers, then we have to do this in sort of we have to take it as a long-term project, and that means, okay, so if I were writing this as I was my thesis, then it would be, like, I would do this, but I would dedicate, like, maybe 30-minute sessions to this a day. And if I can do it efficiently enough, you guys can see, right? Like, 27 lines of a broad outline have just appeared within 10 minutes. And then it's super easy to then, turn this either into a sentence or turn this into a paragraph, depending on how long it needs to be, right? And like, this isn't the end all, right? Like, we can start introducing characters, we can sibling one, that kind of stuff. And so by doing this, you can sort of develop this story infinitely until you get to, if you think that this is the last line, then that becomes a sentence, right? And that's easy. That then becomes a sentence. And so with that sentence, you can start you can start going backwards, right? It's almost like dynamic programming, but never mind. We're moving on to J. Powell because they have agreed to let this drop for until next time. Okay, J. Powell and the dog. J. Powell and the dog. So we talked, or I tweeted, I sent out a message last night about what was it? Wouldn't it be fantastic if J. Powell just went house to house and started confiscating people's puppies? And in part, that's because if you read the meeting minutes from the December FOMC meeting, you will see. What is it? December FOMC minutes and the continued fight against inflation. Right? So if you read the December FOMC meetings, it becomes very clear that the Federal Reserve is not planning on cutting back their rate hikes. They're definitely not planning on cutting rates in 2023. And in fact, what they said was that if the market continues to believe that they will cut rates in 2023, they might have to do more, right? So they might have to go, they might have to be even more extra. Oh, right, That's a good point. I'll move this out of the way. There we go. Um, that if things continue as they do, they might have to cut. They might have to not cut more. They might have to increase rates by more than they originally planned, more than they've said that they wanted to do, right? And that's dangerous. That's essentially them saying, if you guys continue to bet against the central bank, then the bank will make you pay for it, right? And so it's a warning to the markets that they shouldn't continue to bet against the Fed, and it's the Fed's way of saying, like, guys, calm down. And so obviously out of that, people I mean, so the exact wording of these minutes are scrutinized very, very closely, because it though those meeting minutes tend to be consensus minutes, i.e., the wording of those minutes has to be agreed by all members of the board. And so that means, if there's such strong language, that means that everybody on the board is agreeing to what's being said. And so essentially what we're seeing is that what was that part? It was like, all members of the board continue to blah blah blah, right? And so the wording is strong enough that it is almost a diktat, right? And is that not how you spell diktat? That is how you spell diktat. There you go. And so what oh no, that's fine. What that means is that they are super serious about no one being allowed to um allow, allowed to celebrate that, the the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates before the end of 2023, and therefore people are the recession will be lighter. The recession that's been heavily spoiler warned, spoiled for all of us. Like, they're essentially saying that if you don't take that seriously, we will engineer an even bigger depression via even higher interest rates, right? And so obviously I took that as saying that Jerome Powell is gonna come and just like choke your dog, which is not a. Oh, I shouldn't have said it like that. Yes. Yeah, I really shouldn't have put it that way. Should I have? No. Jerome Powell is not going to go to your house and to give you sexual favors. Let's be very clear about that, okay? That's not happening. That I cannot believe that this needs to be said, but no, Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, whatever, FOMC, doesn't matter, not important, is not going to go to your house and give you sexual favors. That's just not how it's going to be. It's just my life. All I meant was that they wanted to make sure that nobody was happy. No, there was no exuberance, and so they're going to go to your house and take away your puppy. Okay, there's no. All I meant was that there was no going to be no was that the Fed rates were going to guarantee a cooling of the economy, i.e., Jerome Powell will go to your house and take your dog right? He's not trading sexual favors. Can you I can't believe. Oh, God. Guys, no, just stop. Have you seen my boy Jerome Powell? Like, why would that even be a thing? No, I know he just lives a couple blocks down. That's not the problem. Okay, relax, relax. No, he's just gonna take your dog away and shoot it. Okay? And no, let me rephrase that. All I'm saying is that Jerome Powell will shoot your dog. He's not going to. There we go. Okay. Do you see that? Yeah, it's up. We'll go to your house and shoot your dog. He's not gonna do anything else to you or your dog. He's just gonna shoot it so that you have a dead dog lying in front of your house because you were too exuberant about your interest rate bets. Okay. Um, because you were too exuberant about your interest rate bets. So don't bet so heavily on interest rates. Is okay. Okay. Forget all of that. The Fed's point is please do not bet that the Fed will cut rates this year. Otherwise, Jerome Powell will go to your house and shoot your dog. Okay, done. Okay, good. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. You people are the worst. You people are just the worst. Thank you very much for watching. In conclusion, please download Firefox. Please don't do it. And I shall see all of you tomorrow for our regularly sponsored, broadcasted, whatever Friday thing. Just go away. I don't even want to talk to you. See, this is the tragedy of being me. I have to talk to you lot again right after I finish. Right? Well, not all of you, but like some of you, I have a meeting with right after this. I hate you guys. No, I don't. Anyway, download Firefox. Don't do Chrome. Let's do a wink, wink, right eye, wink. Bye. Yeah, that's right. Go away. Hold on. I'll note this down because it's mildly amusing. 30. No, you probably don't need to go out and specifically get a dog for Jerome Powell to shoot. No, please don't do that. Okay. Bye now.